then you care. Oh my gosh, I was listening to my voice yesterday because I decided that I needed to type up all my lyrics. I should really have my lyrics tapped up. So I tapped up all of my lyrics. So then I had to listen to all my stuff back because I'm like, what did I say in this part? So then some of them I was like, oh, I'm good. And then some of them I was like, what? No. Are you doing? Why are you singing like that? Why are you putting on that voice? Why did you pronounce that word like that? It was horrendous, and I swear there's this one song I said I've never listened to this again. But I think this is quite normal amongst artists, musicians. We kind of tend to love something and then just hate it after that we've created. Anyways, welcome back to another video. You know what, right? I'm not gonna lie. I need to be open here. If you listen to me, you're here. But I have to put something in the open here, yeah? I have to admit I like to talk about sex. I like to talk about sex with strangers. I like to talk about sex in embarrassing situations. I like to talk about sex in sexual situations. I think maybe not too much. And so then here I am, and I'm here again. But then there's this one thing inside of me, it's like, Nayna, stop talking about sex. It's just embarrassing. And then what happens is that my brain deletes the embarrassment and carries on. No. Because that's what I do. And Nayna, stop doing these videos. Nayna, stop it, stop it, stop it. And then here I am again. It's Friday and I'm filming. What? And it's gonna be about sex. So, welcome back to another video. I'm here today to talk about why most women can't orgasm. I was gonna put why women can't orgasm. I was like, that's not correct, is it? But if that was correct, then that would mean that women can't orgasm, which thank God it's not correct, because then that means that some women are taking the lead on it. And so then most women can't orgasm. Wow. Now, for the men who are listening, or women who are trying to learn their bodies, right? Let's get something clear before we carry on speaking, right? This fact, yeah, about 4 years ago, was it 4 years ago? Was it 5 years ago? I don't know, years ago, this fact started to get me angry. So then I started to like rebel against sex because I was like, excuse me, who do you think you are? Because what are you doing to me? Am I your toy? And literally, I would literally be sitting there thinking, I must be your toy because the hole is for you. And so then I'm just sitting here like, no, waiting for you to use me. Like, oh my gosh. So then that's what, like I said before, that's what led me into this whole conversation about orgasm, because it's like, what are we doing this for? And I'm not gonna do this for you and only for you. So what are we doing this for? So then I just stopped having sex. Actually, well, I didn't ever have boyfriends anyway. But I started refusing to even think about sex. Ooh. Right, let's move on with the actual statement, Lord. Okay, so basically most women don't orgasm, and this is a fact. So please don't mind my noises, don't mind my sexual replications, right? And this is where we don't have enough education, because we talk about the parts, but we don't talk about how to activate them. But it's like, when women have sex, they feel good. They feel aroused. You should see my dog. When she's aroused, it's easy. No, I'm sorry. When my dog is aroused, you should see her. Like, any opportunity she gets, she just lifts up her bum to the male dog. And it's like, what are you doing? Like, calm down. And you could tell when she's not aroused because she literally just doesn't even look at him. And so then, I need to concentrate. Women find sex enjoyable. Most women find sex enjoyable because they are aroused, right? These women think that that is what sex is, an arousal experience. So yeah, oh, I like this, or oh, this feels good. Or like, yeah, when are you gonna come? Yeah, is he gonna come? He's gonna come. Oh yeah, he's come. Yeah, that feels good. Oh, I'm sexy. Like, I swear to you, most women experience sex this way. I was one of them. And then somebody said the other day, which I want to talk about here, is that, and the reason why women don't orgasm, is that apparently women are performers. I'm here to perform for you. I'm here to make you feel something. I'm here to give myself to you. I'm the present. You're the bearer. I'm gonna give myself to you, and this is a gift. And then when I do give myself to you, I'm aroused by it. And then when you are pleased by me, I am pleased with myself. Like, this is a whole performance for you. And I was like, I don't do that. I don't perform for people. Sorry, I keep swearing. I don't perform for people. And then I literally sat there and started thinking about all of my sexual experiences. And it's like, oh, I'm actually sitting there thinking, what are they thinking? I'm sitting there thinking, he likes that, oh yeah, he likes that, oh, that's gonna make him come. No. Literally, the whole thing's about him throughout the whole entire years. Anyway, the point is that, guys, this is not sex. What? For women, because men don't, they experience something different. But this is not sex for women. Concentrate. Being sexually aroused in having sex is not the full sex experience. There's an actual completion to the sex that most women are alien to. And I know that everybody's probably heard of this already, but I don't think the coin has really dropped where literally like women don't complete in sex. And actually we've all kind of worked out that the clitoris is the part where you can complete something, and the clitoris is the one. So then the guys who like go down on the girls and the guys who do all of the oral beforehand, they've sussed it out. Oh, but at least I could please you there. But then the sex itself is a mystery. Women don't complete it. And I'm telling you, it's a massive high number. So then when people are like, yeah, I orgasm, they're like, I don't know, because I've never lied about that. I'm always like, no, nothing happens. Like, yeah, it feels good, but nothing, there's no like, huh? Like I said, apologies for the sound. Anyway, so then, why most women don't orgasm, like I touched on before, is the fact that we are doing this for somebody else. We're not doing this for ourselves. We're overthinkers in terms of like all these details. We're a little bit sensitive. Again, I'm thinking back to my dog, right? She was like having a fight with the male dog, and you should have seen her. She was giving it her all, and then he tried to come back and she went back for even more, right? And then I found her in the back shaking by herself, and then she thought he was coming back out, so she was ready to even fight again, and the poor thing was like shaking. And there she was, even through her shaking, through her fears, she was gonna give it her all. And I feel like women are very like that. They're like so emotional and so like charged up. So then when it gets down to like having sex, which takes you to really release control, most women can't do it because they don't know how to release control, because they're sensitive, they're scared, they're in control, they overthink. And to have the sexual pleasure or the orgasm, you really do need to let go of all of the control, and you need to really just feel the orgasm happening, which we're going to get into next. But anyway, so just to conclude that little section there, why women don't orgasm is because we overthink, we're very sensitive, we don't really understand what's going on, and on top of that, we are taught to be pleasers. And not only that, I feel like we do just like to please naturally. Actually, I feel like everybody wants to please, but here we are, we're wanting to please, and that's what we concentrate on. Am I pleasing you? Am I sexy for you? Am I giving my best to you? Am I impressing you? Am I gonna make you fall in love with me? That is what women think about during sex, instead of none of that, and think about the feeling that's happening, which is how you build the orgasm. So I'm finding it funny how women are just so like on another planet. You're supposed to be having sex and you're thinking about, how can this guy fall in love with me? Like, you're supposed to be having sex, but you're thinking about, how am I gonna cook something? Whoa. You're supposed to be living the moment and you're not. Anyways, right. I don't know if I spoke about it enough there of like why women don't orgasm. And I feel like this goes back such a long way to like the ancestors, the guilt, the shame, the religion, the everything behind sexuality, or even the history of men and women, and how men are apparently better and men are from God's rib. No, that's the woman that's from the man's rib. I think somebody's from somebody's rib, right? So then we're not enough. So then here we are, and we're just like the caretakers of children, I think. Women are the caretakers of the world. They're the caretakers of the house. No, but I swear the men don't take care of the house. Whatever. Suppressed people. Here we are. We're suppressed and we don't explore ourselves. We don't. And women that do, they're called whores. And no wonder, because those are the ones that got the orgasm on lock, right? And then so here we are. We're suppressed. We're embarrassed. We're overthinkers. We're over emotional. We're scared. I think I've already said that. We don't want to be heartbroken. We don't want to be shamed. So here we are with ancestors, history of why we should not, of why we have sex the way we have sex today as women, right? Which is, we don't orgasm. Yes, we find it arousing, but there is no completion. We've worked out the clitoris completion, but for me, that wasn't enough. I was like, excuse me, what are you doing that for? Because my pleasure is in my clitoris, so why do you need to go inside? And why is your pleasure not the same as mine? Anyway, so it's like pissing me off, and here we are today. Let me quickly break down what an actual orgasm is, because I'm really excited about this, because I've literally like been learning by myself what an orgasm is. So basically, and I feel like I'm getting better at explaining it, right? Because I'm getting better at experiencing it, right? And for some reason, there are certain positions that makes this thing that I'm about to explain, like there straight away. Because like when I have sex with a human, when I have sex with a man, I can't find that feeling. And then when you get into a specific position, you find the feeling. It's, oh, there it is. But I swear to you, every time I've had sex, I've not had this, I can't find that feeling. And that's really interesting. So I guess that in future, I'm gonna have to speak about that. I'm gonna have to experience it. I'm gonna have to find out the truth about that. Why is it that only particular, and it could be like the position of the, what do you call that thing? The G-spot. Anyway, so basically, right, there's a position where when you touch the G-spot, which is just behind the clitoris, clitoris. So here's the body, right? What am I doing? All right, so here's the clitoris. Oh my God. I wish there was something that I could use to explain it. I did another video about it anyway, right? So if the woman's standing up straight and her G-spot is right behind it, but inside of her vagina, but right behind her clitoris, and that's where the G-spot is. Anyway, so then if you rub that or hit that in a rubbing way, there is this feeling that straight away comes. It's like this like really sensitive feeling. It's almost like, you know, like when there's this sensitive thing of like when you wee or when you wake up and you push on your clitoris, there's this like sensitive thing. So then that sensitivity of like, oh, that's sensitive is inside. Now, if you rub on that sensitivity, so you have to be feeling that sensitivity and rub on it. And then if you push towards that sensitive feeling while you're rubbing in it, and when I say push, I mean like, I don't know if you've ever done like vagina like cramps when you like tighten your vagina from the inside. This is also technical, right? Anyway, so you push towards it like that, and you push towards a sensitive feeling while you're rubbing, while you're hitting, and then that feeling it starts to grow, so it starts to change a little bit. So it comes from sensitive to like this thing of like, oh, what's that feeling? And then from that, it's like, oh, this feeling is growing. And then for that, it's like, wow, oh, wait, this feeling's actually growing. And then you carry on, and it's like, whoa, this feeling's about to explode. And then you carry on, and the feeling explodes, and it goes boom, and it's like, wow, that's an actual orgasm inside of my body. It's not just the clitoris, it's the one inside as well. And you do it by finding that sensitive little feeling, pushing against that sensitive feeling, building on that sensitive push, and waiting for the orgasm to come. And it's a literal thing, like a firework thing. It's literally there. It's not like, was that an orgasm? It's like, no. If you're asking if that was an orgasm, it wasn't an orgasm, because it's very clear. It's like a reaction. It's like a firework. It's like a boom. It's like a chemistry reaction. And that's what I was thinking. I was like, no, did I have an orgasm? No, I didn't. Anyway, I've still not achieved all of this with a man. I've only ever achieved it with myself. And one day I'd like to get that down to a T and then come back and speak about it, because I just really want to educate women. Because actually, what are you all having sex for? And then also stop being people's toys and actually enjoy the experience that you're supposed to be enjoying. So then here I am, and I'm going to say, leave you with this piece. We are supposed to enjoy our bodies. We're supposed to be enjoying sexuality. We're supposed to be enjoying the feeling of all things. I think it's raining outside. And so then, if you're like me, you need to probably find the orgasm by yourself or playing by yourself, because I cannot find it with a man. Because obviously I was talking about the positions, and the positions that I'm finding. I don't know how I'm gonna do that with a man. I mean, I'm sure it's possible. It's a bit complicated. Anyway, so sex is supposed to be a completion for both men and women. It's supposed to be an explosive conclusion when you have sex for both women and men. And it's not happening for women, it's just happening for men. And that's a problem. So we have to fix that problem. So we need to talk about it. So here I am talking about it. Okay. And if you do want to practice the orgasm on an actual person and not on a toy, I feel like we really need to be, like I said, really relaxed. And actually the easiest way to do this, and I know this is really bad, but the easiest way to do this is when you're drunk or when you're high, because you're not your normal self. And your normal self is the one who organizes, the one who's fearful, is the one who thinks about things. And then when you are under the substance, you just let all of that go. And so then you learn to just literally live in the feeling, in the moment of like, how does that feel like? Do I like that? How does that feel like? Do I like that? Oh, what's that? What's that? Instead of like, what's he thinking about? Does he like this? Is he in love with me? Is he gonna think this of me? F all of that and just feel the feeling. Does it feel good? And then does that feel good? Okay, you should do that because that feels good. And if you can be relaxed like that with somebody else and go through that with somebody else, then that's amazing. I actually don't have that right now, but that's amazing. If you do that, then you can practice on somebody else. And if you can't, go and buy a toy. I must say though, I'm not really enjoying the toy like that. I would have preferred a real person because it's plastic. And because when you orgasm, yeah, like the whole thing kind of like vibrates and then it pulses like really strongly. But this is what I'm saying about, you know, when you've had an orgasm, because it literally starts pulsing after the explosion, it pulses. Anyway, and that pulse, it's like it grabs onto like whatever it is that is penetrating. It just goes like, and it sucks on it. And so then when it does that to a plastic, it feels like, oh, I don't like it. But I can imagine if it was a muscle there and not a plastic there. And that could be interesting. Right, so then I will leave you with this. Go and use the body. Be transparent about what you're doing. Go and use the bodies. Enjoy the bodies. Enjoy your body. And then let's all just have orgasms. And then I bet you, everybody's gonna be happy. And I bet you the world's gonna change. Because women are just like here. Oh no! And they need to be there. Yeah. Actually, everything needs to be here. Everything. I don't care, everything needs to be there. We're all equal, we're all the same. From the ant to the flea to the mosquito to all things. They're all here and we're just pretending that it's just not. Right, until next time, I shall speak to you soon. Have a good day. Goodbye. Bye bye.